We've got the money man, Lance Hokut, on the phone from Lance Hokut Financial Services. Good morning, Lance. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Stan Pate's got you all flabbergasted, huh?
You know what? He kind of does. You and I were talking a moment ago, and I thought he was pulling my leg when he said this morning he had put a giant bear on top of a billboard at Rice Mine in McFarland. Well, Audio Bob went down, sure enough. It was there. He took a picture. So when you guys travel down Rice Mine and McFarland, look for that big bear. That's kind of Stan Pate winking at us here, where he broke news this morning. I'd love to discuss that a moment with you, since you're all about finances and everything else, and have been so involved in the community. Stan says in place of McFarland Mall that he will develop a regional entertainment district and sportsplex. What do you think, Lance?
We've heard rumors for a while about the sportsplex, not so much the entertainment district, but I think it's a wonderful idea. You know, both of us grew up in this area, Steve-O, so you remember the heyday of McFarland Mall.
That's right.
And I think that it could be back in that example. I mean, it is a wonderful property. It's a beautiful facility. And like Stan said this morning, it's the gateway to our city.
Yep, that's right.
So why not have, and with the draw for sports here in Tuscaloosa, you could spin off of that very easily, and I think make it a really good deal. Heck, we drive all over the state, all over the nation. There are softball tournaments every weekend.
That's right.
Somewhere. Now you've got soccer. You could do football. Heck, I mean, he even mentioned a facility for music. I mean, that's an awesome deal. Now, he didn't say if it was going to be covered. That's the key right there. We do some kind of big convention type center like that, man, you put this thing, change it greatly.
You really do. It's such a need for it. Yeah, he did mention a venue that would be, concerts, Disney on Ice, that kind of thing. A parking deck supporting about 1,500 cars. Retail, a place for food trucks. It really could be great. The fact that I thought was, it's obviously believable, very interesting. 4 times the traffic right there. Opportunity zone, he called it, and it is 4 times the traffic passing that spot. So what a great place for any business.
That's exactly right. And if you look at that intersection, they've improved it greatly, but there's a lot of traffic right there going up Skyland, going down Skyland, back and forth at McFarland. It's a good location, and I'm hopeful that it comes to fruition. I'm hopeful that the city can get together and work with it. It sounds like Miss McKinstry, Councilwoman McKinstry is all over it, and right. Man, I'm excited for him. Maybe we can get Mr. Who's the councilman out on the other side out east, former fireman. Anyway. I can't think of his name, but hopefully we can get them all together and get it moving in that direction.
You bet. And the contractor Robert Amerson involved, who has a tremendous reputation, done so much great work around here.
He built my building out.
Did he really? Okay.
Yes, sir. Back in 2004, I hired him and his crew to build my building out and did a great job. And by the way, I see the bear. It's pretty close to my office, so I can see it almost from my office.
Even better. Even better. When Stan tells you that he's done something, I guess you can believe it, man. That's great.
Right. I wonder what the rooster's for, though, on the other side of Rice Mine. There's a big rooster up there in the middle of that big lot.
That may be Stan too. We'll have to track that down and find out. That's very funny.
No, it is his property. Trust me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, no doubt about that. He mentioned it would be, he said, pricey, and rightly so, naming rights to this sportsplex and entertainment district. I think the Lance Hokut Financial Center sounds fantastic.
You know what? That would be awesome. I've already talked. I got his phone number from you this morning, and I called him and talked to him, and talked to one of my old pals, Kim Archibald. She's not Archibald anymore, but Holt girl, and anyway, and he said, yeah, let's talk about it. He said, it's going to be expensive. I said, well, I'm not scared. Let's go.
And that's why we love you. Hey, I want to bounce something off you this morning that I had. It's a little bit different. It's not Q&A, which we will get back to tomorrow, and we do all the time. But it's something I discovered last night. I was poking around. It's Mark Cuban, the self-made billionaire. And, of course, he's on Shark Tanks, which is a great show. He says, and I want you to react to it, Mark Cuban says he thinks people should save enough for a year's expenses before they invest. He says, and then invest. Once you've got enough to cover a year That's hefty. A year's worth of expenses, but that's his advice.
Yeah, I'm going to go a little less than that.
Yeah.
You've heard me say this before. If I've got a working couple, I want to see 3 to 6 months of savings of their expenses and savings.
Yeah.
So we're close. Now, do I have lots of clients that have much more than a year's worth? Sure, we do, but they're at the end of their working career. They're at the so they've been able to save over time and be able to accumulate some dollars. So I like his attitude, though. I would rather people say, "Oh, I've got too much," than "Oh my gosh, I don't have enough." You with me?
I'm with you.
That's why I think you'll catch my overall attitude about saving is, even if an employer's not helping you, I want you to save yourself, because I never had, I've been doing this 24 plus years, I've never had a client walk into my office and say, "Lance, I've got too much money," no matter how much they've got.
That's right.
So I like his idea. Maybe a year is too much. I'm going to go with 6 months if we got a working couple, 3 to 6 months, because the reality is one person's still working and providing for the income. Now, what that does mean is you keep your expenses in line, that one of you could support both of you. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. Absolutely.
So,
sure.
But yeah, he's right on. He's spot on. He is a great investor. Also, one of his guys, O'Leary, up there, I use one of their funds. He runs a group, and they're good folks. They're smart. Obviously, when they're making that kind of money and putting that kind of cash in, and to other businesses, they're very successful at what they do.
Talking about Mark Cuban, everybody with Lance Hokut. I can see it now, the Lance Hokut Financial Center.
Hey, you know what? I was trying to get Lance Hokut Financial Group Sportsplex, but I like your idea, Lance Hokut Financial Center. Let's do it, baby. We'd
be happy with either one of those. I'm happy we were able to be a conduit to connect you with Stan Pate. We'll see what the future holds. How can we get in touch with you, Lance?
Y'all can reach us at lancehokut.com or call us at 205-345-9733. And remember, the Lance Hokut Financial Group is an independent firm we clear through SA Stone Wealth Management. God bless you, and look forward to some questions tomorrow.
You bet. God bless. Enjoy this day. Send those questions for Lance to answer every morning about this time. Tap that app, 95.3 The Bear, if you got a question. The Bear.